I chose the colors. I chose the pattern. Spirit showed up in the form of Pat Rue. She put it together. But it was my choice, and it came out looking like this. So it's a visual aid. Thanks, Anne. So the example of the quilt is one to remember when we hear that we create our lives through the patterns of our own thoughts. It's our patterns. We have chosen to be here and choosing our future right now, right here. We are the ones causing the evolution of our individual souls. We are the ones. I love that. Because if I don't see what's evolving in my life now, I can do something different. Because that's my fault. And so is the next thing. We are the ones creating our lives. You know, blame is an easy target for all of the less than life supportive creations we've ever had. But guess what? We did it. We did it. Are we doing for, or are we doing to our lives? We are in the greatest moment and most powerful position of our lives in this moment. And the soul knows that. Because the soul just says, okay, bring it on. Let me create through you. In the textbook, Dr. Holmes says, we know that matter, which is our experience, comes from somewhere. And the teaching, science of mind, is that soul stuff as the source from which it comes. Now, soul stuff refers to the undifferentiated. Hasn't been defined yet, all right? It's that potential that we talk about in this teaching, from which all things are made. The soul does not choose, we choose. The soul is never unconscious, but sometimes we are, aren't we? The soul is subjective, the servant of spirit. And you and I offer the catalyst by our thinking for its action. And so, being conscious is living for ourselves. And being unconscious in our choices is doing something to ourselves most of the time. Autopilot, old ways, old habits, old ways of responding. And so the assurance of a magnificent life for us, requires a good and conscious nourishing of the soul. And so I offer you the number one emotion for a well-fed soul. What do you think that is?
Love.
Love. Good students. Love. Love. And so, with the bowl of love, I offer 7 ingredients for this recipe of a well-fed soul. And the first thing I'd offer is time. Take time. There is no time in the mind of God. Allow yourself a space to remember who you are. And as you're in that space of remembering, number 2, reflection. What are you telling yourself? What are you putting out in your life? A time of acknowledging source of all of life. And that brings you to number 3, a deeper sense of oneness in life. That feeling of connection. Not being different, but being part of the undifferentiated in the creative aspect of thinking and living and behaving. And the 4th ingredient, accept. Acceptance of this goodness. We can't have it if we don't accept it. Soul brings it around. We go, oh, not me. I can't have that. That tastes too good for me. I can't have that. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Look what comes in here in the way of food, physical, nourishing body food. We have some good stuff coming around here. I'm nourished every Sunday that way. Thank you very much. Which brings us to the sixth ingredient, gratitude. Having a healthy ingredient dose mix of gratitude to nourish our soul. Being grateful for everything that has ever happened for us and to us. And then the seventh, move forward. Allow the process to move us into the next great adventure. Because the potential is an undifferentiated soul stuff is a part of our creative aspect. And we cannot stay still. We're always moving and creating. So it's important to move forward to the next level, the next awareness of thought and thinking. Gary Zukav, who wrote Seed of the Soul, says this: it is the health of the soul that is the true purpose of a human experience. It is the health of the soul that is the true purpose of the human experience. So I would paraphrase and say, the true purpose of the human experience is not only nourishing the soul, but also showing up as our spiritual magnificence, which is full of love. Filled with love. When you and I move into life and we are feeling so much love, it's contagious. People sense that. People who have a requirement of a good dose of this pure love are drawn to you. So watch out. So, whether it be fillet of soul or soul music, remember, it's all God. It's all God. The magnificence of this one God shows itself as the pattern you select and the pattern I select. It is our divine gift to the rest of the world. Don't ever believe you have nothing to give to the world, because it starts right here, person to person, experience to experience, doing what you love. People are influenced by who you are. Who are you? Who are you? I say more love. I would like to share The Essential Rumi, translated by Coleman Barks, and it's titled The Least Figure. So never doubt your experience and your gift to the world. I tried to think of some way to let my face become yours. Could I whisper in your ear a dream I've had? You're the only one I've told this to. You tilt your head, laughing, as if I know the trick you're hatching, but go ahead. Go ahead. I am an image you stitch with gold thread on a tapestry. The least figure. A playful addition. But nothing you work on is dull. I am a part of the beauty. So, beloveds, I leave you with these thoughts. Create with love. Nourish your soul. Demonstrate joyfully. And, above all, flourish. Namaste. So it is. I would invite the